Well, g'day everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to take you through what I think is probably one of the most affordable LED panels out there right now in the market. It's the Weeylite WP35, and it is a compact RGB LED panel with the ability to have 2 batteries as well on the panel so that you can power it without needing power, but also comes with the power cable as well. And I just reckon it's really easy to use. It looks really good, and it's got barn doors as well. So yeah, let me just take you through some of the features of this. And full disclosure is I am an affiliate with Weeylite and Viltrox. So they did send me this out for review, but they haven't seen this video before I post it up, and they're not vetting anything that I say. They just simply send it to me and say, let us know what you think, and this is that video. So let me just turn it on for you first and foremost. So I'm just going to flick it on because it's got the batteries already loaded in. So let me just go. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, it's quite bright. It really is quite good. This is now at 32% power only. As you can see on the back there, 32% power. And it really is quite bright at 32%. So let me crank it all the way up to 100 with the dimmer here. So that's now 60%, 70%, and that is 100%. So you can see that it really is quite bright, and yeah, it's awesome. So I'll crank that back down. It's got the selectable channels, and it's got RGB shift as well. So we can go CCT, or you've got HSL, which is hue and saturation. So we go to the hue and saturation, dial up the saturation. So that's now kind of a blue. If I change the hue, that's now a green. So you've got the ability to kind of really dial in your values here. And that's an awesome feature because each dimmer, the dimmer goes at the top, and then this second one goes this hue, and then this bottom is saturation. So really, I love the fact that these work, and you can just dial in different hues by just pressing in the button. So it can jump, you know, from 240 to 300 if you just press this button in. And that's really cool because, you know, right now I'm just jumping through different colors just with the click of a button. And again, you can change the dimmer from 25 to 50, 25% increments just by hitting the button. And I find that really good when I'm just on set trying to dial things in. And then the saturation as well, you go from 0 to 100 on the saturation level. So really quickly, just by even pressing the buttons, you can dial in a color that you want and a saturation level that you want. And you can just, you know, easily dial in what you need. It's got an RGBW, so you can actually dial in the actual individual values of the color that you want, which is awesome. And then you've got different color chips as well. So there's this color chip option that you can set, which is really nice feature as well. And then you've got some different effects as well that you can dial in. They do things like a broken light globe, for example. That's a broken light globe. We've got an SOS. And we've got a flickering TV. So everything that is in the smaller panels can be controlled on here, and all of this is controllable by the app as well. It's got the ability to plug into power as well, so you can power it with either 2 NPF style Sony batteries or with the optional power cable which comes with it. And I think the barn doors are really great as well because you can shape the light a little bit, you know, so using it for a hair light or something, you can then shape it on set. You can sort of get it out of flaring just by having these barn doors, which are really good. One thing I think would have been better is to have not black on the inside here, but maybe have, let me just turn it off so it's not as bright. I think maybe to have silver on the inside so it's more reflective, but I understand the reason they've made it black so that it doesn't actually reflect too much light, so they actually work as barn doors work. So I don't mind that. The other thing is construction-wise, it's really sturdy. It's kind of got a metal body, or elements of it are metal, and it feels really sturdy. Maybe it's not metal, maybe it's just like a hard plastic, but it feels like really sturdy. And you've got the yoke as well, which is really nice because the yoke's just got the single point to undo, but then both sides move with just the one side. So I like that type of yoke because you don't have to worry about the other side. That's just the slave, and this one is the one that does all the work. So yeah, just loosen it that way, and it's nice and positive. It holds its own position, and then you can tighten it up like that. So yeah, basically this is only $129 US direct from Viltrox, and I think it really represents a great value LED. Like if you had 2 or 3 of these, you would have enough to light a whole set. So you could essentially light a whole set for say $500-600, which is really, really good value, I reckon. And I'll show you some shots now of when I actually used this to light myself in this scene. And I used just the bare LED, but it was a bit bright. So I actually then ended up laying some cloth over that, just a fitted sheet. I laid over that, and I was able to like double diffuse the fitted sheet. And this is the look that I got. So actually it's quite a nice look if you have some muslin cloth, or perhaps you bounce this off just a white bounce, and you can really get a good lighting scenario with this light. Now, if you look at the light I've got in here now, I've got the 200D from Aperture. That's about a $300 light. And I've also owned the 300D from Aperture, which is like $1,200 light. So if you think about all of that, for 1/10 of the cost of those lights, you can have this light in your kit, and gets you out of trouble in a pinch. You know, you can use it for lighting a subject, or bouncing off a wall and getting a nice hair light, or even an RGB type light in the back corner of a room to give the room some life. It really is an awesome light for that price. And the fact that it's not small, it's not a small LED, it's not compact, I wouldn't call it compact, but it's around about probably the size of your entry-level Amaran from Aperture LED products. But you've got the benefit of having the RGB color space in there. So easy, really easy to dial in everything with the settings it's got. And yeah, I just think it represents really great value. When you pair this with another fixture from Weeylite, you get the app, which gives you the functionality to control everything. And I really think it's a bit of a win to just have this in your kit. And I've taken it on a few sets, and I've just had it there if I needed, and brought it out a couple of times just to light around the chin of a subject, and to hair light, just to give a little bit more pop with a bit of a sunlight tint, like a bit of a white balance tint in the RGBW, I think it was, or maybe even the CCT, I'm not sure which one I used, but just to give it a bit of a sunlight coming in through the back. And it worked perfectly on the stand with 2 batteries in there, ran for about an hour. And yeah, really, really awesome light. So check out the links in the description below. As a Viltrox affiliate, I do make a small commission on anything you purchase via the link, but it really helps me out to continue doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate it. If you want a light and need a light, if you would pick it up through my link below, that would be awesome. And thank you so much for that. But thanks for watching this video. That's pretty much all for this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.